Recorded Books Romance presents In the Master's Bed by Blythe Gifford, narrated by Gabrielle Glaister.
Chapter 1. England, late summer 1388. The smell of the birthing room was smothering her. A crackling fire kept the water boiling, adding to the August morning's heat. She pulled aside the dark curtain cloaking the castle window and grasped a breath of fresh air. She looked with longing at the sunshine. Perhaps later she might borrow a horse and ride. "Jane!" She dropped the curtain. "Yes?" Had her mother called before? "This pain has passed. Soleil needs something to drink." Jane walked to the basin in the corner and scooped cool water into a cup. She should have noticed her sister's need and answered it. It was as if she lacked some inborn instinct that other women had, something that whispered to them and told them what to do. Her sister's pet popinjay paced on his perch, green neck feathers stiff and ruffled. "Jane! Jane!" His screech sounded like an accusation. She turned back to the bed where her sister lay, belly big as a mountain. The pain had come in waves all night, and after each one Soleil had less time to recover. Her long dark hair was tangled and matted, her deep violet eyes red-rimmed. Justin, Soleil's husband, pulled aside the curtain covering the door, but did not step in. "How is she? What can I do?" Soleil opened her eyes and waved a hand she barely had the strength to lift. Shoo, I'm not fit to be seen." Her mother went to the door and gave him a push. "Go back to the hall, play chess with your brother." He didn't move. "Is it always thus?" Jane could barely hear his whisper. "Soleil's birth was much like this," her mother answered, not bothering to lower her voice. "They said it was the shortest night of the year, but it was the longest I ever spent." Her reassurance did not wipe the fear from his face. "It's been hours." "And it will be hours more. This is women's work. Go wake the midwife from her nap if you want to do something useful." She touched his arm then and whispered, "And pray to the Virgin." Jane took a step, wanting to follow him, but he was a man and free to do as he liked. She wished she could go wake the midwife or play chess or rummage through Justin's legal documents, as he often let her do. She wished she were anywhere but here. "Jane, where's the water?" She returned to the bed and held out the cup. Soleil, too weary to hold her eyes open, reached for it, but her hand knocked Jane's and the water spilled across the bed. Soleil yelped in surprise. "Now look," her mother barked, her worried glance on Soleil, and Jane knew she had failed all over again. "Look!" the bird screeched. "Look!" "Quiet, Gower," Jane snapped. She grabbed some linen to mop the spill, but she bumped Soleil's swollen belly, and her mother whisked the cloth away. "Lie back, Soleil." She dabbed the soaked bedclothes without jostling her daughter. "Just rest. Everything will be well." "Is it always thus?" Jane whispered, when her mother handed her the spent cloth. She shook her head and answered in a whisper, "This babe is coming too soon." Jane squeezed the soggy linen, not knowing what to do, fearing she would do something wrong, wanting only to escape. "I'll get fresh linen." "Don't leave." Soleil's voice surprised her. "Sing for me." With a warning glance, her mother stepped into the corridor looking for a serving girl and clean cloths. Jane tried the first few notes of "Summer is a-comin' in," but they caught in her throat. She gazed at Soleil, helpless. "I can't even do that right." "Don't worry. I just like having my little sister here." Soleil stretched out her hand and Jane grabbed it. She looked down at their clasped fingers. Soleil's were slender and white, tapering and delicate. Like the rest of her, they were everything a woman should be. Beautiful, graceful, deft, accommodating. Everything that Jane was not. Her own hands were blunt and square. The short, stubby fingers were free of the smell of dirt and horses, only because the midwife had insisted they bring clean hands into the birthing room. Her grip on Soleil's fingers tightened. "Are you all right?" "The pain is bearable," she said with a slight smile.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?